Welcome to the Disc Jockey News TV show called Sundays with Mike. My name is Mike Schnauder, and I'm going to be your host. On today's show, we'll cover some current trends that your clients are starting to use, a very simple way for you to promote your business, and some outside sources of inspiration along with some tips and tricks. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee and I'll be right back. Current trends that I see this week make me want to discuss things that are happening with our non-corporate DJ clients, like teen parties, adult parties, weddings, etc. So what are these trends? How does it affect your business? And what's the best practices when dealing with it? One of the popular trends lately is for your clients to create a handwritten list of songs and then to take photos of that list. They send you a picture using their smartphone. Since fewer people have fax machines, everyone's getting pretty creative in finding new ways to use their smartphones. There's another method of sharing a music list that's gaining popularity called Spotify. With Spotify, your client can create a custom playlist of the songs they want and then share that playlist with you. This allows you to hear songs that they have in mind without having to spend a lot of time searching for the songs and the artist. Both of these methods can save you a lot of time by communicating with your client easier. My only concern is that it makes the DJ's job look simple. Like, hey, anybody can put a list together, and it doesn't take into account the DJ's experience and the ability to read the dance floor. I would suggest going forward, while we embrace the ease of use, we should explain to our clients the difference between a playlist and a request list, making them understand how they differ, and suggesting that any list they give to you should be more of a request list so that you can use your experience and expertise to make the music work for your client's benefit, allowing you to play them in a manner that will work best and keep your dance floor going. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk about the simplest ways to promote your business. Today we'll cover a simple and effective way to promote your business. What is it, and does it really help? Believe it or not, the simplest form of promoting your business is a business card. It sounds really simple and almost ridiculous that I would even bring this up. It costs you next to nothing and is the cheapest way for you to advertise your business. So why do I need to remind you about this? Well, you'd be surprised how many people I talk to every week that say they are in business doing this or that. And then you ask for a card and you get every excuse in the book. They ran out, they forgot them, they're in the car, etc. So let me ask you something. Do you generally drive without a driver's license? Of course not. So this is so basic that it needs to be elevated to that level. So from now on, I want you to promise me that when you leave your house, you'll have three things: your keys, your license, and your cards. Don't leave home without those things. Most people refer to family and friends, businesses that they know and like. You also need a 15-second elevator speech about your business so that when someone says, "Hey, what do?" you can give them a prepared answer that makes you look prepared and polished. Most people do not want to hear your life story. Just give them the basics of what you do. If there's additional time available, you can always sit down and dive deeper into a conversation. Just remember that when you hand someone a business card, you lock in your face, your name, and what you do with the person that you just handed that business card to. And that's all you had to do, was hand them a card. It just doesn't get any easier than that. If you have any business tips that you'd like to share, please post them in the comments section below or contact me on Facebook. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk about outside sources for inspiration.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
So what's the idea behind outside sources? It's information that's off the normal DJ radar that could help you with your business. Today's inspiration is databases. What are they, and how can this information help you? Businesses have been tracking stats for as long as there have been businesses. It's how you know what's working and what's not. Since most DJs are part-time and haven't taken business courses, many are left in the dark about the business side of things. You need a database in your life to monitor almost everything with your company. Examples could be, how many events did you book last year in August? Because this year, August seemed a little slow. How many referrals came from that ad that you're paying for? The amount of information available to you is only limited by how much work you're willing to invest into your database. I'll recommend a software suite that's very similar to Microsoft Office, except this one is completely free and it works on both the PC and a Mac. It's called OpenOffice. To get started, I want you to create a simple database with columns for these things: today's date, event date, venue name, referred by, status, and notes. Later, you'll be able to go back and discover things like how did they hear about you and when did they contact you. This information is all very helpful for measuring your performance as a business owner and letting you know how and where you can improve. Do you have any outside sources that helped your business? If so, I hope you'll share them with us by putting them in the comments section below so that we can all benefit. In our final segment, we'll cover some tips and tricks. In this segment, I want to share some tips and tricks that can help you to keep your duplicates down to a minimum. Where do they come from? Software to help you find them, and how often should you address this? Duplicate songs are everywhere. It seems unavoidable in the never-ending quest of collecting music that you will keep getting duplicates. Part of the biggest reason in my case is that I buy compilation CDs all the time. There's very likely going to be duplicate songs on my hard drive as well as yours. You can hunt this down manually, but as I've discovered in watching the groups over the years, this doesn't seem to be the case for most people. It takes too much effort on their part, and it's time-consuming. Another school of thought is that since hard drives are so cheap these days, why bother? Just leave it alone. But that's another story. There's a large amount of software offered by companies that will help you to go through your hard drive looking for what it thinks are duplicates. The more expensive the software, the less work you will have to do on your part. Some will only do a name check, while others dig into song waveforms. Do some research and find the right combination that works for you, somewhere between price and results. There are cycles in your business when you're extremely busy, and yet other times where you're very slow. Use those slower times to your advantage and clean up your hard drive and make sure that you're doing any maintenance like defragging and backing up, etc. Do you have any tips that you'd like to share? If so, I hope that you'll post them down below. I'll be right back after this short break. That's my show for today. I hope you've learned some new things and will share the show's links with your friends so it can help them too. If you have any suggestions for future shows, please get in touch with me by Facebook or email. We'll post those links down below. So until next Sunday, my name is Mike Schnauder. Be safe and thanks for watching.